This is a 1966 Ford Mustang. Came into the cleaner studio. Looks like it's been either under a shed that has kind of like open sidewalls, kind of like mine, or it was just parked under a tree somewhere. We have heavy tree contamination. We had bird poop that looks like it's growing stuff on the soft top. We have bad paint touch-up, and we even have some rust bubbles near the bottom of the doors. This thing is not in the best shape, but it's still somewhere where we can have a good turnaround. A little wet sanding on those touch-up spots, and some deep cleaning on the soft top, and a thorough paint decontamination and paint enhancement. We're going to turn this around today, or as far as this budget will let us take the job. There's also some rust bits on the old chrome. Once again, stuff looks like it's growing on the roof here, along with your normal pollen and dirt contamination. And now let's check out the interior of the Mustang. As you can see, we have lots of tree debris. The steering wheel is basically black from mildew. We have half a dresser. More tree contamination. Basically have half a tree in this thing. So it needs a lot of work as well. For the wheels and tires, we're going to be foaming our brake buster and iron buster mix, what I call the clean buster mix, out of our IK Foam Pro 12, and give the tire and wheels a good agitation, followed by a light rinse. Next up, I have some supercharged O&R, which is O&R in a steamer. And we're just going to pre-treat pretty much the heavily soiled areas, especially on the soft top, with some supercharged O&R. That's going to start to encapsulate the debris, lift it away from the surface. So when we begin our agitation and wash and rinse, be a lot easier to clean this muck up that's been stuck on this soft top for who knows how long. Next up, we followed with a standard rinseless wash procedure. For the rinseless wash, I actually used Pearl Auto Shampoo at its rinseless wash dilution of 256:1. Followed up with a drying towel, and we proceeded to do this on the paint as well. So pretty standard rinseless wash operation. And here's a good 50-50 on the soft top. Good stuff, good results. And after the rinseless wash, we pulled it into the cleaner studio where we're going to get to some real work, decontaminating, a little wet sanding, and then polishing and paint enhancing the 66 Mustang. So next up is a very thorough clay process. We're using Coach Kimmy's clay spray and a TRC fine grade clay bar to thoroughly cleanse the Mustang's paint. Next up, we followed with a kind of a paint enhancing one-step polished. As you can see, not looking for perfection, but I knew Uno Protect wasn't going to be enough. So I pulled out some Papa Cut orange pad, did a quick pass over the entire car, just to cut through a layer of this swirled up oxidation on this Mustang. I don't know if someone tried wet sanding previously and wasn't very successful at it, or they were washing this vehicle with the old shop broom or something, but it was heavily swirled, heavily oxidized. So a little more than Uno Protect was going to be required for this enhancement. But now that we did that, now it's time for the Uno Protect. It's going to be our polish and wax stage. Just one quick pass over the entire vehicle. We're going to let set. And next up, we're going to do a bit of quick metal polishing around all the chrome bits with some quadruple aught steel wool, some P&S metal polish. Really try and knock off as much rust as possible. Some of it's surface rust, some of it's a little deeper. And we applied G-Technic Smart fabric coating to the soft top. As you can see, it's performing excellent. So to the interior, As you can see, first step is to vacuum up the whole tree that's in this vehicle. And then we'll get on to the leather and plastic and vinyl cleaning. For the first pass around the interior, I went with Polestar and a scrub mitt, and I just scrubbed down quickly the entire interior, wiped up with a towel, and then we're going to come back and get into the details with our detail factory brush and our steamer. As you can see here, we're going to get into all the seams, agitation, and into these perforated areas. Pretty much going to follow this procedure around the whole vehicle of our Polestar agitation and steam procedure. And it's going to really clean things up, especially of all the embedded stuff that's probably growing in these seams. This vehicle definitely smelled like a boat more than it did a car, as it had that mildew smell, so everything just really needed a good agitation and steam cleaning, followed by a good conditioner, which we'll be addressing on this next clip with P&S leather treatment. And I use leather treatment on every surface, plastic, vinyl, leather. Just went ahead and put it on everything to give everything a really good condition. It also leaves behind a nice leather scent, so really brings back the natural leather scent in the vehicle. Conditions everything really well. And now we're back to the exterior. It's time to wipe off that Uno Protect using a little clean maker, which is Bead Maker, Dream Maker, diluted 10:1 in our IK sprayer. Makes the Uno Protect wipe off just a breeze and really just enhances everything, while adding another layer of protection. Moving into the trunk area, I found this cool Mustang bag, and it was quite dingy as well, so it needed a thorough cleaning as well. Cleaned up really nice. Little express interior cleaner, agitation, and wipe off with a microfiber towel, and it was looking good to go. Off camera, I did do wet sanding on that chunky paint chip. That was just ridiculous. There was more paint on the paint than in the chip, so I did wet sand that area out, as you'll see in the final results here. Gave the engine bay and the trunk a thorough wipe down as well. And here are some final results. You can see the paint just looking back to its more natural color, not that mildewy yellow. And as you can see, the chunks of touch-up paint have been removed, wet sanded off. For the most part, I only hit a couple of the worst area and smoothed out a couple more. The soft top looking fresh as a daisy, fully cleaned, fully protected with G-Technic Smart Fabric. Wheels and tires cleaned, protected, and dressed as well. Paint enhanced with our one-step enhancement. Protected with Uno Protect and the Clean Maker combo, just 10:1 Bead Maker and Dream Maker. Now let's head on into the interior portion. Our leather is cleaned and conditioned with P&S leather treatment. The tree from the floorboard's been removed, all the tree debris. The mildew smell refreshed with a leather, more natural leather scent. Steering wheel returned back to its natural brown color. And that's it. That's going to wrap up this detail of the 66 Mustang. Hope y'all enjoyed. Like, subscribe. This one was a blast. I really enjoyed doing it. Always good to get a good class again. See you on the next one.